Hello friends, welcome back. Now after the introduction to the leadership, we will now proceed to the next lesson, that is to understand what is a leadership. What do you understand by the leadership? Or can we define leadership? Suppose I tell you have to define a leadership. To my mind, it is one of the most difficult things to define a leadership, because leadership is an attitude and that differs from person to person. Each one of us is an individual personality. Each one of us knows how to behave differently. We have our own style and status of functioning. So each leader will be different. They cannot be copied to each other. They will take decisions in the right spirit, but the mode of taking decisions and the actions which they exhibit will be partly different from each other. Now, to understand, it is a dimensional activity or dimensional attitude which a person has to behave or show as a leader. Leadership is most observed rather than understood, because when leaders are performing, number of people they watch for the results and not what leader is doing. They watch what ultimate result has been achieved and how the team has performed, and team under a particular leader, how they have performed. So it is most observed. Now next, leadership is something like to inspire people or inspire a group of people to achieve a common goal. When I talk of a common goal, any leader will not have his individual goal to achieve, because anybody who is having an individual goal and he is trying to perform all alone is not a leader. Because many times people feel I can do everything myself. I don't need anybody's support. So this is not a leadership attitude. Leadership attitude is to take along the team. If somebody is trying to prove himself, trying to gain credit also to himself, he is not a leader. Now, next thing is, when you are a leader, you are supposed to have a goal which should be higher than yourself. Something like to tell, bigger the goal, bigger is the size of a leader. When you have smaller goals, that means the leader is of the lower or a smaller size. Because your goal should be more than your 100% capabilities. That is where you can prove yourself that yes, I can perform much beyond the expectation of my own self. That's why a leader should have a goal higher than himself and not parallel or below his capabilities. That doesn't make him a leader. Now next, the leadership should have very high character, because without a character and knowledge, a leader cannot sustain himself. I'll give you an example of Ramayana, which is very practical. We can now discuss two leaders. Rama was one of the leaders and Ravana was another leader. When Ravan was about to die, he was on the deathbed. Ram told Lakshman to go and take some learning from him. When Lakshman goes to Ravan, he's not telling him anything. He's asking Ram and Lakshman that please answer my question. And what was the question Ravan asked? Ravan said, I want to understand that how did I lose the war against you? I am having 5 bigger qualities than what you are owning, but I still lost. I want to understand this before I die. And the questions were, Number one, Ravan said, I am much more into knowledge. My knowledge is known all around the world and everybody agrees that I am the most knowledgeable man on this earth. Second, I am the most powerful person on the earth. I have shaken God also. That is the power I am owning. Third is, I am having a very large army, a very capable army and very dangerous army. You have nothing against me. You have just brought some monkeys, some of the animals, mustard, they are not even trained to fight, and you still want the war. Fourth is, by kul, that is by religion, I am higher than you. I am Brahmin, you are Kshatriya. So Brahmins are higher than Kshatriyas. This is the fourth power I have got. And the fifth and most important power which I am owning is, you came to my land and you are fighting at my land. In my house you have rather defeated me in my own house, which is the most difficult thing for any army to happen. So with these 5 reasons, I am not able to understand how I lost the war. Shri Ram gave a very simple and perfect reply to this person. That is where I was telling that leaders should have these 2 qualities. One is the character, second is the knowledge. Ram told Ravan that, Ravan, I agree, you have got all powers against me. What all you told is true. But you are a characterless person and I am having a very neat, great character. That is why I won. So remember, a leader must have great character if you really want to gain mileage above others. If you lose your character, you lose your knowledge, you will not be a good leader. Next thing I would like to discuss, any leader does not need any followers. Now you will be surprised that if there are no followers, then how come he is a leader? Leader doesn't demand followers. Followers themselves, because of his magnetic personality, they start following a leader. That is the essence a leader carries with him. You must have seen in number of gatherings, number of people are there, but moment one particular person enters, he is having some aura all around him, and everybody for sure tries to look at him and get some positive wave as he enters. That means he is a different person. He is a leader. He is different from others. So this is what is leadership. Next thing is, leader for performance sake, first thing he is supposed to have the focus. Next, as I told you, he should have knowledge. He should have vision. He should have capability to accept the challenges and face them successfully. Then he should have a decisiveness. He should take decision at the right time and utilize the time as per the requirement. And finally, a leader will always try to be like a winner. He will always win. He will ensure the positive result comes out of his efforts. His efforts are never wasted out. That is what is a leadership. That is what I wanted to discuss in this video clip. I am sure you have got the essence of a leadership. What is leadership? In next few videos I shall be discussing more qualities of a leader, and maybe I'll discuss also why should you learn leadership. Because many of us, we feel we should not learn leadership. We have nothing to gain by learning leadership. So I'll give you reasons and logic why should you learn leadership. Till then, take care, stay healthy, happy, God bless.